Welcome to the NFL Sunday Football Edition. My name is Abby. This is for Sunday, November the 16th. So we have a slew of games to go with you in the NFL. This is courtesy of, on the front end, covers.com. This has the line moves, totals in the injury report. This is covers.com on the front end. Back end is oddslogic.com, more of an extensive view of the injury report, line moves, and the totals. That's oddslogic.com. It'll be in the description below. It's a game changer, covers all professional sports leagues. Check it out. It's oddslogic.com. Again, take advantage of that tool as we get into the thick of the season. Again, it's oddslogic.com. So we're going to start off with the first game. We're not going to worry about the Washington-Miami game. That one's about to start soon. So we'll do the Green Bay Giants game. That's the game we're going to start off with. So again, as you can see here, this game is at 1 o'clock this afternoon in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the Giants at home versus Green Bay. Again, we're going to take you to where this opened up, where the line opened up. We'll get to that in a moment. So it opened up here -7. That was the opening number. Total 45.5. It's now at 7.5. That's where it stands now, and the total's at 42.5. So the total dropped by about 3 points, and the line went up by half a point, 7.5. That's where it's at right now. See, we are going to go through the injury report for this game. No client played for this game, so I will give you a play here. We'll do the injury report starting with the we'll do the Giants first, or Green Bay first. Do the Green Bay report first for the Packers. So we have Nate Hobbs is out Sunday versus the Giants. He has a knee injury. That's the cornerback for Green Bay. We have Elgton Jenkins, center. He's on the injured reserve with ankle injury. We have Lucas Van Ness, defensive lineman. He is questionable with a foot injury, so he's 50-50. Matthew Golden, wide receiver, has a shin injury, but he may play 50-50. He's questionable. And then we have Tucker Kraft out indefinitely with a knee injury. That's the tight end for the Packers. Now we're going to go to the Giants injury report. For the Giants, we do have Jason Dart has a concussion. So he is out for this game versus Green Bay. So it looks like Jameis Winston's going to be starting at quarterback for Jackson Dart. Chauncey Golston, defensive lineman, has an arm injury, so he is out for this game versus Green Bay. Kevon Thibodeau has an arm issue as well, has an arm injury. He's a linebacker. He's out versus Green Bay as well. Darius Slayton, wide receiver, has a hamstring injury. He is out for this game versus Green Bay. Graham Gano, longtime kicker for the Giants, is out. He's on the IR with a neck injury. And as I mentioned earlier, Jameis Winston starting. He's the starting QB. He'll be playing today. And Paulson Adebo, cornerback with an ankle injury. He is 50-50. He's questionable to play, but I don't think he's going to play, in my opinion. But we'll see come game time. So we're going to check now to see where the public and sharps are for this game. This is the Packers and the Giants. So this one here, Green Bay is getting all the money. Public's all with Green Bay. And the public's on the under. Yeah, for the most part, they're on the under. And I agree. I think this game does go under the total, under the 42.5. I like the under here. I agree with that a lot. I think it'll be one of those methodical games where it will be kind of a grinded out type of game. That's what we're going to see here. So I do agree with the under here. I like it a lot. Let me see what else I like here from this game wise. I would look at under in the first half. So you got two unders here. You get two plays for the under. We got Giants in Green Bay under 21.5 first half, under 42.5 for the full game. So you got 2 plays here for the total. Nothing on the side, but those are the 2 plays for the total for the over/under. So now we're going to go from that. We're going to go to the player props. We'll check out the player props now for both these teams. So I'm going to say for this, I'm going to say Jameson Winston over. I'll say Jameson Winston under 21.5 completions. I think he got under this because this is his first start of the season, and he hasn't played in a while. I think he played once or twice last season. He didn't play that much. So this is his first start of the season. I look for him to be a little bit rusty, making completed passes. That's the reason why I like the under 21.5. I think his rhythm and his timing might be a bit off in this game. That's why I like his completions under 21.5. I don't think he'll be there in this game quite as much. I like the under here. That's it for that. For the passing, receiving, receptions, I do like Wan'Dale Robinson over 5.5 receptions. I like that one a lot for the Giants. He's one of the lone bright spots for the Giants at the wide receiver position. So I look for him to have a big game. I like him there. On the Packers side, I look for Christian Watson over 2.5 receptions. I like that one. I like that one a lot. That's a good one. For receiving yards, I like Wan'Dale Robinson over 57.5 receiving yards. I like that one there. I do like Theo Johnson over 42.5 receiving yards. I like that one too. For the Packers, I like Christian Watson over 40.5 receiving yards. I think he's going to have a big game. He will do well. Those are the 3 that stand out to me in terms of the receiving yards. Rushing props. I like I'm going to go with Devin Singletary over 22.5 rushing yards. I like that one. As for the Giants, for the Packers, I would lean towards Josh Jacobs over 84.5 rushing yards. I would lean that way. But better yet, I would lean that way, and I would also take Josh Jacobs over 19.5 rush attempts. I think the Packers will feed Josh Jacobs the ball early and often to establish their run. So I like that one. There are 19.5 rush attempts. I like that one for Josh Jacobs. And the rush yards over 84.5 rushing yards. I lean that way. So that's my take for the props, the player props for this game. That's what I like for this game here. Nothing else to add to this one. That's it. So we're going to go from that, and we're going to go to Chicago and Minnesota. That'll be game number 2. We're going to look at that now. We'll take a look at that right now for the second game. This one here, Chicago, Minnesota, in Minnesota. This one has opened up at 2.5. Opening number was 2.5, total 46.5. And now we're seeing it go to 3. We're seeing 3s across the board. And the total's gone from 46.5 to 48. So it's gone up by about 1.5 points. So it's gone to 48 right now. No client play on this one, but I do have a recommended play for you. So we'll look first at the injury report for this game. Who's in the lineup for Chicago and Minnesota. On the Chicago side, Jalen Johnson is out with a groin injury for the Bears. He's a cornerback. TJ Edwards linebacker, has a hand injury. He's out Sunday. Jalen Johnson, groin injury. We also have Ruben Hippolyte the second, linebacker, has a knee issue, but he is questionable to play Sunday. He's 50-50. And we have Deo Yayingbo. So Deo Yayingbo, he's a defensive end. He is out for the season with an Achilles injury. So that's the injury report for the Bears. Minnesota. We have Jonathan Grenard, linebacker, is out Sunday versus Chicago with a leg injury. We have Josh Oliver, tight end, with a leg injury, but he is questionable to play Sunday versus Chicago. So we'll see if he's able to play or not with that leg injury. He's questionable. We have Jeffrey Okuda, cornerback, has a concussion. He is questionable to play Sunday versus Chicago, 50-50. Carson Wentz, as you know, is up for the season with a shoulder injury. So that's the injury report there. This game here, let's take a look at that now. So the public's all over Minnesota, and they are on the over. So for me in this game, I agree with the public. I do like the over in this game. I like the over 48 in this game. I like that a lot. I think we're going to see a lot of offense in this game. Kind of what the Bears went through last week before they went on their bye against Cincinnati. They were in that shootout, 47-42 shootout. The defense, not very good for the Bears. It got exposed badly. I think it'll get exposed again this week. So look for a shootout. I do like the over in this game a lot. And for the side, I don't have a play for the side, but I like the over in this game. Over 47.5. If I had to pick a side, I would lean to Minnesota. I'd lean to Minnesota in this game. That's a lean. That's just a lean. I would lean that way. But my favorite play is the over 47.5, 48. I like that one there. So now we're going to take a look at the player props for this game. Let's take a look at that now. And we have we're gonna go with pass completions. JJ McCarthy. I like him here, over 19.5 pass completions. He should be able to complete a lot of passes against his Bears defense, which is not very good. So he should be able to go over 19.5 pass completions. I like that for JJ McCarthy. I like that there. And I like JJ McCarthy over 1.5 TDs. This is a good one. I like him there in this position as well. That's it for the passing yard, passing props, receiving props or receptions. We're going to go with. We'll take Justin Jefferson over 5.5 receptions. I like that one a lot. He should be able to have his way against the Bears defense, which is not very good. So over 5.5 receptions, Justin Jefferson. I like as well T.J. Hawkinson. Bears not very good covering tight ends. I like T.J. Hawkinson over 2.5 receptions. I think he can catch that. He'd be able to get over the 2.5 there. On the Chicago side, I like DJ Moore over 3.5 receptions. He's a very reliable receiver. I like him there. Probably the best one for Chicago for receptions. Now, for receiving yards, we look at Jordan Addison over 47.5 receiving yards. Yeah, over 47.5 receiving yards. I like Jordan Addison there. As well, I like T.J. Hawkinson over 24.5 receiving yards. I like those two. Now, for the Bears, I would take Rome Odunze over 53.5 receiving yards. I like that one there. That's a solid one. And DJ Moore is not a bad one either. You can look at DJ Moore, 39.5 receiving yards. Like I said, this is going to be a shootout. So I look for those guys to stack up a lot of receiving yards. So I like that there. I like those ones there. Those ones stand out to me like a sore thumb. So that's it for that game. We went through the Bears game and the Bears Minnesota. We did the props and we discussed the game. We did the total over 47.5, and we give you some props. All right, so we're gonna go to the third game now. He's going to be Houston and Tennessee. So this one here, we have open up 7.5. This one open up 7.5. Open up 37.5. Now the spread has dropped by about 2 points from 7.5 to 5.5. That's a major drop in the spread, and the totals from 37.5 all the way down to 37. So it dropped down by about half a point. So it dropped down by about half a point from 37.5 to 37. We're looking at that now. So we're going to look at the injury report for this game. This is going to be Houston and Tennessee. So we do have here Jalen Petrie. Jalen Petrie is a safety. He is out with an arm injury. We have Cade Stover, tight end foot. He has a foot injury, but he is questionable to play Sunday at Tennessee, so he's 50-50. We have Titus Howard, a guard with a concussion. He will be playing Sunday at Tennessee. We have Kameem Fabrian. He's a kicker with an ankle. He is out at Tennessee. He will not be playing. CJ Stroud has a head injury. He is out Sunday at Tennessee. And those are the notables for Tennessee. And we do have Houston. Those are the notables for Houston. On the Tennessee side for the Titans, we do have here Jeffrey Simmons, defensive tackle, hamstring, will be available to play Sunday versus Houston. We have Calvin Ridley, wide receiver, has a hamstring issue, will be questionable to play Sunday versus Houston. Bryce Oliver, wide receiver, has a knee injury, questionable to play Sunday versus Houston. So those guys will be out of the lineup. So for the game itself, so Houston is getting all the public money, and the public is on the, we'll say it was getting a lot of over money, but all of a sudden we're seeing some under money come in at the last minute. So there's a bit of resistance on the total for this game. Bit of resistance on the total at the last. We're getting some under money all of a sudden. So resistance there, mainly Houston money coming in at 5.5. My take on this game, I don't really, let me see something here. I don't really have much here. Let me just look here and see. Let me look at something. Not one of my favorite games to play, but for a recommendation, I would look, there's two plays I can give you guys. I would look at a first half under. It's 19.5 now, so I look at it under in the first half. That's the way I see it. And I would lean towards Houston in the first half plus 3.5. I'm sorry. I lean towards Tennessee, Tennessee plus 3.5. That's the way I would go in this game. So I look for at the beginning, I look for a grinded out type of game, slow paced, grinded out type of game. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. And I just see this being a little bit close in the first half, like I said, because of the slow paced, grinded out type of style of football that we're going to get in Tennessee. So That's the reason why I would recommend the under in the first half, under 19 and a half. And I'd say Tennessee plus 3.5 at home in the first half. That's how I look at that game. Not one of my favorite games to bet, but that's if I had to recommend those a play, I'd recommend those two things as a recommendation. Now for the player props, we're going to look at here. Player props. Let me see what I can give you guys. Not a lot to choose. Not a lot of good stuff to choose from here. I would say Calvin Ridley over 2.5 receptions. I'd say that. I look at Christian Kirk for Houston over 1.5 receptions. He's pretty reliable, but nothing much here in terms of the receptions, receiving yards. I'd say Calvin Ridley over 32.5 receiving yards. I'd say that. Nothing else really in this game. I have nothing much to say about this. No other player props here. Rushing yards. Rushing attempts, I'd say Tony Pollard over 10.5 rush attempts. I mean, if Tennessee is going to have a chance in this game, they'd have to feed the ball to Tony Pollard a lot, get him involved early and often. So that's why I like Tony Pollard over 10.5 rush attempts. That one makes a lot of sense to me. Now for rushing yards, I would look at Pollard over 41.5 rushing yards. I like that one there. That one's a good one. On the Houston side, I would look at that's a tough one. I don't know what to say about this. I'm not sure. I guess Nick Chubb's over 33.5 rushing yards. I would lean that way. It's not a strong play of mine, but I'd lean that way. That's the way I look at this game. Not one, like I said, not one of my favorite games to bet or player prop in this one, but that's what I would lean towards in this game. The next game we're going to look at here, we're going to scroll down to the, let's see. We got Tampa Bay and Buffalo. That's the next one here. Tampa Bay, Buffalo. One moment, guys, so we get that. Okay, so Tampa Bay, Buffalo. We have here. This one opened up at -6. Buffalo -6, total 49.5. It's pretty much stayed that way. It hasn't really moved. It's still at -6. It did go to 6.5, then drop down to 6. It hasn't really moved that much. The total opened up 49.5, and it's dropped by about 3 points to 46.5. So the total has dropped significantly in this game. The injury report for this game. I have a client play for this game as well. I'll give that to, not a client. Yeah, I do have a client play for this game, and I'll give that to you guys for free, the client play. But we'll look at the injury report first on the Buffalo side. We are going to look at. We got Josh Palmer. So he has an ankle issue. He's wide receiver for the Bills, but he is upgraded for being available in this game. So he's going to play in this game despite his ankle issues. He's still going to play. Dalton Kincaid is out Sunday versus Tampa Bay with a hamstring injury. He's a tight end for the Bills. Shaq Thompson, linebacker, still is questionable to play Sunday versus Tampa Bay. It's undisclosed what his issue is, but it's undisclosed. AJ Epenza, he is questionable to play Sunday versus Tampa Bay. He is a defensive end, and he's questionable. And you have Michael Hochit. Michael Hochit has an Achilles issue, and he's out for the season. So for the Tampa Bay injury report here for the Buccaneers, we have Tampa Bay. We have Hassan Reddick, linebacker, is out with an ankle injury. Ben Bredson, guard, has a hamstring issue. He's out Sunday at Buffalo. Bucky Irving, running back, has an ankle injury. He's out indefinitely. That's it for this game here. So we're going to take a look at this game here in greater detail, and we are going to look where the public and sharps are for this game. So the public here is on Buffalo, and there's a bit of resistance on the total. The total, there's a bit of resistance on the over/under, but the public's all over the Bills in this game. They like Buffalo here a lot, and I agree with them. I would take Buffalo as well. Buffalo had a bad game against Miami with 3 turnovers, one of the worst games of the season. So I expect them to bounce back at home with a convincing win. I like them to cover -6, and I would take it a step further. I like the team total. Team total over 27.5. I like the team total. I think Buffalo's offense gets back on track. So I like the team total over 27.5. That's a very good one. So that was actually my client play. The team total over 27.5. So I like those. I like those two. That's my play for that. Now I don't have a play on the total per se of this game, but that's my play for this game. Team total over 27.5. Buffalo, lay the points -5.5, -6. Take Buffalo. I like him here to bounce back. Now for the player props, we'll take a look at that now. I like Josh Allen over 18.5 pass completions. I think he bounces back in a big way. I like him there for pass completions, Josh Allen. And I like Josh Allen over 216 passing yards. I like that one a lot there. That's another good one. So I'd take both of those. Receiving props. Receptions, I do like Khalil Shakir over 4.5 receptions. I like that one there. I like Cade Otton for the Buccaneers over 3.5 receptions. Those are very good, reliable receivers. Those are the two that stand out for me in this game. I like those ones there. Now, in terms of the rushing, rushing props. Rushing, we're looking at James Cook. I like James Cook over 17.5 rush attempts. I like that one a lot. I think Buffalo's going to try and establish their run. Once they establish their run, they'll be able to get the pass game going. So they'll give the ball to James Cook early and often. Like him over 17.5 rush attempts. James Cook. I like that one there. For the rushing yards, I would take best one's probably Josh Allen over 33.5 rushing yards. I like that one there. He's usually very good in this game, especially at home. He's a running quarterback mainly at home, so I like him here over 33.5 rushing yards. Josh Allen. I like that one a lot there. And that's all for this game. That's all the plays I have, player props, and we give you our thoughts and recommendations for the game itself, the plays itself. All right, so you've done that already. Now we're going to go to Carolina and Atlanta. That's the next one. Carolina, Atlanta. Carolina, Atlanta. This one opened up. No client play on this one, but we'll give you our recommended play as usual. Carolina, Atlanta. Okay, so this one opened up 3.5 Atlanta, total 43.5. It still remains at, actually, we're seeing fours now. The fours is starting to pop up for Atlanta. We're seeing -4 Atlanta. It's starting to come up right now. So as we're starting to see that now in some books. Still mainly 3.5, but the fours are starting to pop up. Total is 43.5. It's dropped to 42.5. But we're now starting to see 41.5, starting to make its way now, slowly but surely. So we're going to get to this game. Now we're going to get to the injury report, and then we're going to get to the recommended picks and plays for this game. So for Atlanta here, we have Drake London, wide receiver, has a back issue. He will be playing in this game versus Carolina. Jalen Walker, linebacker, is out Sunday versus Carolina. Didn't disclose what the injury is. Leonard Floyd, defensive end, has a hamstring issue. He is 50-50 and questionable to play Sunday versus Carolina. And we have D'Angelo Malone, linebacker, has an ankle issue. He's on the IR. And then we have Josh Woods, linebacker, has a hamstring issue. He is questionable to play versus Carolina as well. And we have Matthew Bergeron, offensive lineman, has an ankle issue. He is questionable to play Sunday versus Carolina as well. So we have from the Atlanta, and we have the Carolina situation for Carolina. On the Carolina side, no notables are on the injury report. So Carolina, they're pretty much healthy. Nobody of significance is hurt. So everybody looked like they're healthy. So we're going to go to where the public and sharps are for this game. That's Carolina and Atlanta. So it's all Atlanta money. All Atlanta money coming in. And I'll say the over. Atlanta and the over. That's what we're seeing here. So in my opinion, for me in this game, I do like Atlanta. I think Atlanta wins this game convincingly. I like him here in this spot. I believe Carolina won in their last time out. They did win. So I think Atlanta bounces back here. Remember, this is a revenge spot too at the same time. Remember, Atlanta lost the first meeting in Carolina to these guys. They got shut out. They didn't score a touchdown or anything. They didn't score any points. So this is a bounce back spot here for Atlanta. And a get right spot for Atlanta and a revenge spot for Atlanta. So everything here favors the Atlanta Falcons. Everything's all Atlanta in this game. And I agree with the public. I like Atlanta too, -3.5, -4. I would take that, and I like the over. I like the over in this game as well, 41.5. I like the over. So you got two plays there. So I would take those ones. Now for the player props in this game. Player props in this game we're going to look at now. Player props, we are looking at Michael Penix Jr. over 18.5 completions for Michael Penix Jr. So I like that one there. And I'm going to lean towards Michael Penix Jr. over 225.5 passing yards. I think he gets back on track. The last time when they played Carolina, they really shut him out on the road. But since Penix Jr. is at home now, I believe he's gonna have a better game against Carolina, in my opinion. So I would lean towards over 225.5 passing yards. I like the pass completions more for Penix Jr. 18.5, over 18.5 pass completions. I like that one better. Now for the receiving yards, first we'll go with the receptions, total receptions. We do like Tetiaora McMillan over 4.5 receptions. I like that one a lot for Carolina. On the Atlanta side, I like Kyle Pitts over 4.5 receptions. That's another good one. Now the Atlanta side, Kyle Pitts over 48.5 receiving yards. That's a solid one there. I like that one a lot. I like Darnell Mooney over 30.5 receiving yards as well. Yeah, I like those ones there. I wouldn't talk you off of Drake London. Over 75.5 receiving yards. I know Carolina did a good job on him the last time when they won and they shut out Atlanta. When they didn't score any points, they did a good job on Drake London the last time. So I know a lot of people will take Drake London for the receiving yards. I'm not. I'm going to hold back on that. And I would take, like I said, Kyle Pitts over 48.5 receiving yards. Darnell Mooney over 30.5 receiving yards. Those are the big ones for me. On the Carolina side, I don't have anything there to mention in terms of the receiving yards. That's all I have. Rushing yards, I like Bijan Robinson over 15.5 rush attempts. If Atlanta's going to win this game, they have to feed the ball to Bijan Robinson early and often, get him involved in the offense. And I think this is what the Falcons are going to do at home in a revenge spot, bounce back spot. I like them to give Bijan Robinson the ball early and often, over 15.5 rush attempts. I like that one a lot. That's a good one. And I wouldn't talk you off of Bijan Robinson over 74.5 rushing yards. That's another one. That's another one I would take. I look at that one for Atlanta. For Carolina rushing yards, I would look at Chuba Hubbard over 14.5 rushing yards. I look at that one. Rico Dowell, I don't know if he's going to get over 86.5 rushing yards. I don't know about that. I think Atlanta will make a concerted effort to try and slow him down. So that's why I took Chuba Hubbard over 14.5 rushing yards. I like that one better, in my opinion. So that's my thoughts on that for the player props and for the game itself. So now we're going to go from the Atlanta game, and we're going to go to the Chargers and the Jaguars. That's the next one we'll check out. No client play on this one. I have a recommended play. So we are going to look here in this game here. We have this game opened up at -1 San Diego. -1 L.A Chargers. Total open up 43.5. Now, interestingly enough, the total has pretty much remained the same. We see one book at 44. Only 2 or 3 books at 44 coming up now, but it's been 43 all week. Now all of a sudden we're seeing 44s come up in this game. So the total's gone up by half a point. And the spread's gone from 1. Now we're seeing 3.5. It's come to 3.5 now. So we're going to look into this game further. We are going to take a look at the injury report for this game. As Jacksonville and the L.A Chargers. First for Jacksonville, we have Brian Thomas, wide receiver, is out with an ankle injury for the Jaguars. Travis Hunter, out for the season with a knee injury. Hunter Long, tight end, is questionable to play versus the Chargers with a knee injury. And that's it for this game. So we do have the L.A Chargers. Quentin Johnson, wide receiver, has a shin. He is questionable to play Sunday of this game. Joe Alt is a left tackle, has a leg injury, out for the season. And that's it for this game. So we are going to look into this game further, and we'll take a look at where the public and sharps are for this game. So the public is all over the L.A. Chargers, and they're on the under in this game. We like the under 44 44 now at 44. And I agree with the public. I do like the Chargers here. The Chargers are the better team. Again, the Chargers are a better team here, and I believe they showed that today on the road in Jacksonville that they are the better team. They're just clicking. To me, they're clicking on all cylinders. They played more challenging teams than Jacksonville, in my opinion. They played more challenging teams, the L.A Chargers, so it's made them even tougher and stronger as the season progresses. So I do like the Chargers here. I agree with the public. I'm all over the Chargers myself. I would take them on the money line. I like them here. I know the line's gone to 3.5. I take them on the money line. I like the Chargers on the money line. I would take that. As for the total, I don't have anything on the total. I just like I like the Chargers here on the money line. I like them here. So that's my thoughts on that game. Nothing else to add. So we're going to take a look at the player props for this game now. Player props, we're going to look at pass completions. We have Trevor Lawrence over 19.5 completed passes. So he should be able to hit that. So that one's pretty efficient. I like him there. Justin Herbert over 1.5 touchdowns. So I like Justin Herbert here a lot, over 1.5 touchdowns. I like that one there. That's a solid one as well. Receiving yards, I like. Actually, we're gonna go with the receptions first. Receptions, I do like. Jaguars, not too much big names for Jacksonville for receptions. I can't think of anything on Jacksonville for receptions. On the Charger side, there's a lot that you can go with. I like Quentin Johnson over 3.5 receptions. Arondé Gadsden over 4.5 receptions. Those are two good ones that stand out to me. Now for the receiving yards, I like Arondé Gadsden over 50.5 receiving yards, and I like Quentin Johnson 40.5 receiving yards. On the Jacksonville side, I take Jacoby Myers over 44.5 receiving yards. Jacoby Myers is a good one. Or 44.5 receiving yards, Jacoby Myers for Jacksonville. So those are the ones there. Rushing props, I would look at can't say. I look at Justin Herbert over 23.5 rushing yards. I like that one there. On the Jacksonville side, I would look at Trevor Lawrence over 17.5 rushing yards. Both quarterbacks are going to use their legs and extend drives. So I like both of those rushing yards over the total. Trevor Lawrence, 17.5 rushing yards. Justin Herbert, 23.5 rushing yards. I like those ones. That's all I see here. That's all I see for this game. That's it. Nothing else to add to this game. So the next thing we're going to look at here, we're going to look at Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. That's the next thing we're going to look at. So we'll see where this one opened up at. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. We see here it is opened up at 5.5. That's where it opened up the game. Total 48.5. Very little movement in this game. I remember it was at 6 before and it dropped to 5.5. Not a lot of movement in this game at all, which is a little bit surprising. And the total is at 48.5. It's still at 48.5. Actually, we're seeing a 49 now. One book has a 49, but this one's kind of weird. Like I said, we saw 6 on the board and then it dropped to 5.5. That's kind of strange, but we'll look into this game now. We'll look at where the public and sharps are for this game. We are going to take a look at the Cincinnati side for the Bengals. Cincinnati, we have Jermaine Burton is sick. He has an illness, and he'll be out for this game versus Pittsburgh. He's a wide receiver. Shamar Stewart, defensive end, is on the IR with a knee injury. Trey Hendrickson, defensive end. He has a hip issue. He's out for this game. Samji Perrine, H-back, halfback, has an ankle issue. He is out indefinitely for this game. Marco Wilson, cornerback, calf injury. He is 50-50. He's questionable to play Sunday at Pittsburgh. We have Logan Wilson, linebacker, has a calf injury. He is questionable to play Sunday as well in this game. That's on the Bengals side. So we have the Pittsburgh side coming up now. So with the Steelers, we do have here Pittsburgh side. We have Darius Slay is out Sunday with a concussion. He's a cornerback for the Steelers. Cole Holcomb, linebacker, out with a sickness as well. Alex Highsmith, linebacker, has a pectoral. He is out Sunday versus Cincinnati as well. So we'll take a look at what the public and sharps are for this game. I do have a client play for this game. There's a client play that I have on this game. So this one here, it's all Pittsburgh money. So we're seeing all Pittsburgh money here at 5.5. And we have the we're seeing under money. We're seeing some under money in this game. Under money in this game as well. So that's what we're seeing in this game so far. Let's see. Pittsburgh and the under. Yeah, that's what we're seeing in this one. Well, I'll give you a recommended play. We'll look at this now. I'll give you the recommended play on this one. We're going to look at I look at the full game under 48.5. I say under 48.5 because this is a divisional game. And usually with these divisional games of this magnitude, it's more of a chess match. It's more of a chess match, whereby, especially early on, we're going to see both teams feeling each other out. So it's like a feel-out process in this game from the beginning. And I guess as the game goes on, the scoring starts to pick up a little bit, but not enough to get this game over the total of 48.5. That's why I say under 48.5. Again, it'll be a bit of a chess match. Both teams are familiar with each other, so I look for that. I look for that to take place in this game. I do have a client play for this one, but the recommended play, like I said, under 48.5. Now for the player props, Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 touchdowns. I like that one a lot. He should be able to hit that. Shouldn't have any problems. And I like Aaron Rodgers over 22.5 pass completions. So he should be able to have his way against Cincinnati. I mean, the Bears put up 47 points on Cincinnati. So imagine what Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do. Think about that. So I like Aaron Rodgers here for pass completions, over 22.5 pass completions. I like that one a lot. Pass attempts as well. Aaron Rodgers, 31.5, over 31.5 pass attempts. Joe Flacco, I'd say over 39.5 pass attempts as well, too. Look for him to throw the ball early and often as well. I like that. Receptions for receiving, I like DK Metcalf over 3.5 receptions. I like that one a lot. I like Calvin Austin III over 2.5 receptions. Pat Fremoth over 2.5 receptions. I like that one as well. On the Bengals side, I would look at Noah Fant over 2.5 receptions. I like Noah Fant in this spot. Chase Brown over 3.5 receptions. So I like those two for Cincinnati. Jamar Chase over 8.5 receptions. I know a lot of people are going to play that, but I'm not going to play that one. I'll leave that one alone. You can do what you wish with that one. Instead, for the receiving yards, I would take T. Higgins over 56.5 receiving yards. I like that one a lot. T. Higgins. I do like DK Metcalf as well over 52.5 receiving yards. I like that one as well. Those are the ones that stand out to me in this game. That's what stands out for this game. All right, so the next game we're going to go at now, we're going to do the 4:00 games. Seattle and the Rams. So Seattle and the Rams, we have here. This one opened up at 2.5. Rams at 2.5. Total 47.5. This one here is now at 48.5. We're seeing now a 49. So Seattle and the Rams, we see 49 and 2.5. So 49 is the total, and we see this number go up to 3, -3. L.A Rams -3. We're seeing that right now. And let's look here and see. We'll take a look at this now and see what's going on. Let's take a look at that. And we're going to take a look at the injury report first. That's what we'll do. And then we're going to look at where the public and sharps are for this game. So Seattle and the Rams we're going to look at now. Only news out of the LA Rams camp or the LA Rams team is Devontae Adams. He's going to be playing Sunday at Seattle versus Seattle. So he's back in the lineup. He had an oblique injury, but he's back in the lineup now. That's the only thing to report for the Rams. Seattle. Torrey Horton, wide receiver for Seattle, is out for this game with a groin injury. Jaron Reed, nose tackle, has a wrist issue, but he's questionable to play in this game Sunday. Ernest Jones, linebacker, has a knee issue. He is questionable to play as well versus the Rams. He's questionable here. And we have Josh Jobe, cornerback, has a concussion. He is 50-50, questionable to play Sunday at the Rams in this game. So we'll look here. We'll look where the public and sharps are for this game. And we see in this game we have a bit of resistance on the side. Nothing there on the side. A bit of resistance here on the side. But the total, we do have a bit of resistance on the total and a bit of resistance on the side. So for me in this game, I don't really have anything on this game. I would just say this is just a lean. I lean towards the Rams. That's it. That's all I have on this game. Nothing else. This is just a lean towards the Rams. Nothing else to add to this. That's all I have for this game. Nothing much to add for this game at all. For the total, I'm off the total. Nothing to add for the total. Just Rams money line or just the spread. That's it. Nothing else. That's it. And it's just a lean only. That's it. Player props. Player props. Cooper Kupp over 2.5 receptions. I like that one. Tyler Higbee over 2.5 receptions. We do have Elijah Arroyo over 1.5 receptions. And Rashid Shaheed over 2.5 receptions. That's all for this game. And for the receiving yards, we have Puka Nakua over 87.5 receiving yards. We have Devontae Adams over 61.5 receiving yards. We have Rashid Shaheed over 36.5 receiving yards. Cooper Kupp over 33.5 receiving yards. So that's all it is for this game. Nothing else to add to this game. That's it. So we look at the next game here. We have San Francisco at Arizona. So this one here, we'll look where the public and sharps are for this game here. So we're going to look at here. We'll put up -1, total 47. The spread now is at 3.5. And we have it here at 48.5. That's where it's at now. And that's where we are right now here. And let's see here. That's it for this game here. For this game, that's what we have. So we have Arizona here. The injury report. We have Mac Wilson, linebacker with ribs, is out Sunday versus San Francisco. We have Baron Browning, linebacker, has a concussion. He is questionable to play versus San Francisco. Marvin Harrison Jr. is out indefinitely with an appendix. Zolan Knight, running back, has an ankle injury. He is questionable to play Sunday versus San Francisco. Zay Jones, out with a foot injury. And that's it for the Arizona side. San Fran, look at the 49ers here. Take a look at that now, the San Fran side. Look at the injury report for San Fran. Let's see. San Fran, we have Demontre Lenore. He's a cornerback. He has a calf injury. He is 50-50, questionable to play Sunday. Ricky Purcell, wide receiver with a knee, will be available to play Sunday at Arizona. Brock Purdy, toe, upgraded to play Sunday at Arizona. Mikael Williams, defensive lineman, knee, out for the season in this game. So that's what we have for this game here. So we're going to look where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll take a look at that now. So public all over San Fran, and they're on the over. They like the over in this game. San Fran and the over. So that's where the public is right now. And for me in this game, I'm going to look at, I'm not going to touch the side. I look at the total. And for me, I'm going to take a look at the under. I like the under in the first half. Under 24.5 first half. I like the under in the first half. I think this is going to, remember, this is another divisional game against San Fran and Arizona. So I think both teams are familiar with each other. So I think offensively, it'll be a granted out slow pace early in the early parts of this game. Both teams are feeling each other out, which is understandable. So, I mean, Arizona came off a bad game the last time they had a pretty awful game in their last outing. So I know defensively early on, they're gonna try and play some solid defense early on and make their mark in that area. San Fran, same thing. Come out early on, slow pace, play a bit of defense. So, like I said, I think this is going to be at the beginning, very slow pace, not too fast. So I like the under here, under 24.5 in the first half. Then the second half, it starts to pick up a little bit. So that's my thoughts on the first half for San Fran. I don't have a play on the side, but I do like the under 24.5 first half. That's my thoughts on that. We're going to go to the player props in this game. Player props I do like here. Over 1.5 TDs for Jacoby Brissett. I like that one there. I like Brock Purdy over 1.5 touchdowns, 1.5 touchdowns for Brock Purdy, over 1.5 touchdowns for Jacoby Brissett. I like both of those. And I like over 227.5 passing yards, Jacoby Brissett, over 254.5 passing yards for Brock Purdy. I like both of those. I think both those guys will have a big game and play well. I like those ones there. And receiving props, I do like here Michael Wilson over 3.5 receptions. I like that one there. I like Christian McCaffrey over 5.5 receptions. I do like George Kittle over 4.5 receptions. I like Juwan Jennings over 3.5 receptions as well too. I like both. I like all three of those. Receiving yards, I do like Michael Wilson over 46.5 receiving yards. I do like George Kittle over 53.5 receiving yards. And that's it for this game here. And for the rushing yards, I do like here Christian McCaffrey over 17.5 rush attempts. I like that one there. And rushing yards, I do like McCaffrey over 69.5 rushing yards. I like that one there. Those are the ones that stand out for me for this game. For the player props, I like those ones there. So the next game we're going to look at here, this is a 4 o'clock game. Let's see here. We're going to go with the Baltimore-Cleveland. That'll be the next one. Baltimore-Cleveland. This one here opened up. No client play on this game, but I will give you a recommended play. Baltimore-Cleveland. We'll look at where everything opened up. -8 in this game. Total 41.5. Total's now dropped to 39, and it's now at 7.5. The total's dropped down to 7. The spread's now at 7.5. That's where it is right now. And it's at 39. We're seeing 39 right now. So we'll open up at 41.5. And now it's at 39 in this game. And that's what we see here in this game here. Then we have Justin Hill. Baltimore has Justin Hill. Running back has a toe injury, out Sunday at Cleveland. We have Marlon Humphrey, cornerback has a finger, out Sunday at Cleveland. We have Rashad Bateman, wide receiver, has an ankle, is out Sunday at Cleveland. Lamar Jackson, quarterback, is available to play Sunday at Cleveland. Those are the guys that are in the lineup that are out of the lineup for Baltimore, And the Cleveland game we have here, Isaiah Bond, wide receiver, is upgraded to available to play Sunday versus Baltimore. Alex White, defensive end, quad, out Sunday versus Baltimore. DeAndre Carter, wide receiver, is out indefinitely for this game. And for this one here, we have Baltimore is getting all the money in this game. And we do have the over in this game. Baltimore and the over in this game. And for me in this game, I like the over. I like the over in this game, over 39. I think this game goes over the total. I noticed this year with these low totals, the games have gone over the total with these low totals. So I figure in this game here that we're going to see an over in this one. I think we're going to see an over in this game. So for me, I like the over 30. It's at 38 now. I like the over. I would take the over 37.5, 38. Like I said before, these kind of totals have gone over this year when it's in the low 30s. They've gone over the total. So I would take the over in this game. So they want you to, the odds makers want you to believe that this game's going to go under. They try to trick you to make you believe it's going to go under because it's in the 30s. But I think it's the opposite for this game. So I would take a look at the over in this one. As for the side, I have nothing on the side. Let me see what else we have here. Yeah, and another thing too. Take over 19.5 in the first half. Over 19.5 in the first half. Full game over 37.5 as well. It shows 39 on the screen, but it went down to 38. I still take the over. I like the over in this one. That's it for this game. Nothing else for the total. I mean, nothing else on the side. I don't have anything on the side. I just like the total in this game. That's it. Now for the player props. Player props here. Player props, we have Lamar Jackson over 17.5 pass completions. We have that one there. And we have, for the receiving yards, we have Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions. We do have Jerry Jeudy over 3.5 receptions. We have David Njoku over 2.5 receptions. And for the receiving yards, we have Mark Andrews over 29.5 receiving yards. Jerry Jeudy over 38.5 receiving yards. We do have Isaiah Likely over 23.5 receiving yards. And we have Zay Flowers over 58.5 receiving yards as well too for those ones. Let's see here. We do have, of course, Lamar Jackson, 37.5 rushing yards. Not much in terms of the rushing yards. I know everybody's going to be taking Derrick Henry over 74.5 rushing yards. I mean, I'm not going to talk you off of that. He's capable of doing it, but sometimes those kind of things get inflated after a while. So I'm not taking the popular one. I'd rather just go somewhere else and look at Lamar Jackson, 37.5 rushing yards. That's it. That's it for the rushing. I don't have anything really on the rushing. Nothing here on the rushing yards. Or rush attempts. Nothing that stands out to me for the rush attempts there. Rushing yards, like I said, Lamar Jackson, 37.5, over 37.5. That's it. I don't have nothing else. That's it for this game. Now, the last game, I do have a client play on this one. This is Denver and Kansas City. I do have a client play on this one here. Let's see. I don't know. Let me see. I don't think I put a thing on there, but let me see something here. That's Kansas City at Denver. We're going to get to that in a moment, guys. Just hold on one moment. We'll get to that in a moment. And while you're waiting, guys, hit the like and subscribe button for the recommended picks and plays for this game. While we get to that. So like I said, I do have a client play on this game here. This is Denver and Kansas City. I'll take you to where everything opened up at. This one here. Opening number here, Denver, Kansas City. It opened up at 45.5. the total. Then the spread opened up at 2.5. Now it's gone all the way to 4.5, and we're seeing 45 across the board. So it's at 45. It was at 44 at one point, then 45. So we're going to take a look at the injury report for this game to see what's happening. First, for the Denver side, Jonah Ellis, linebacker, is out Sunday with a knee injury. Alex Singleton's also out with a knee injury. He's a linebacker as well. Nate Atkins, tight end for the Broncos, is out with a knee injury. However, Marvin Mims, he's upgraded to available to play Sunday. He's back from a concussion injury, the wide receiver. Patrick Surtain II is out, the cornerback for Denver, with a shoulder injury. J.K. Dobbins, running back, foot injury, is out indefinitely. Karini Reed, linebacker, has a hamstring, is on the IR. And that's it for this game. For the Kansas City side, for the Chiefs, look at Kansas City. See where they are in the injury report. The Chiefs. See what they have here. Just bear with me for a moment, guys. We get the Kansas City report. Get the report on the Chiefs. We'll take a look at their injury situation here. So Isaiah Pacheco, he is out Sunday at Denver. He's the running back with an MCL. Josh Simmons, tackle, is available Sunday. He's back he had personal issues, but he's back now with the team. Christian Fulton, cornerback, has an ankle issue, but he is questionable to place in the game against Denver. And that's it for this one. So we're going to look where the public and sharps are for this game. Public, all over Kansas City, no surprise. And they're on the under. They like the Chiefs and the under. Now, I have a client play for this game, but I will give you the recommended play. For me here, for me in this game, I don't want to give away the client play, but I will give you the play. I would take Kansas City in the first half. Kansas City in the first half, -2.5. I think the Chiefs start the game off. They start out by dominating the beginning of the game. They show their dominance at the beginning of the game. So this is like a statement game for Kansas City. Denver's showing they're flexing their muscles as well too. They've only lost 2 games. Chiefs have lost 4 games. So this is a statement game for Kansas City. So I think in this game here, in the early stages of this game, I think the Chiefs send a message to Kansas City by having a solid first half and just showing why they're the champs, why they're defending, why they are the previous defending champs. So I like KC here in the first half just to prove, it's like a statement. This is like a statement game for Kansas City, like I said. So I think the Chiefs flex their muscles early. Let's put it that way. They flex their muscles early and have a solid first half. I like him here early and often. So take the Chiefs -2.5 in the first half. That's my play on this one. So you got that here. I like that. Now for the player props in this game, we'll look at the player props now. I like Mahomes over 1.5 touchdowns. I like Mahomes here, 1.5 touchdowns. Yeah, I like that one there. Receiving props, I would look at for the receptions. I would look at Cortland Sutton over 3.5 receptions. I like that one there. For Denver, Evan Ingram over 3.5 receptions. I like that one as well. On the Chiefs side, I like Xavier Worthy over 3.5 receptions. Rashid Rice over 6.5 receptions. I like that one there. I like that. I like that there. Now for their receiving yards, I do like Xavier Worthy over 39.5 receptions. I like that one there. On the Denver side, Cortland Sutton's a good one, 47.5 receiving yards. That's another good one for Denver. Those are the ones that stand out to me in this game. Those are the main ones. Those are the main ones. Cortland Sutton, 47.5 receiving yards, and I like Xavier Worthy, 39.5 receiving yards. Those are the main ones. Rushing yards. I like Mahomes over 24.5 receiving yards. I like that one. Kareem Hunt's another good one, over 43.5 receiving yards. I'm sorry. Mahomes over 24.5 rushing yards, excuse me. And Kareem Hunt over 43.5 rushing yards. I like both of those. Denver's side, I guess RJ Harvey over 48.5 rushing yards. I'd say that. That's it. And that's all for this game. That's Denver and that's the Denver and Kansas City. That's it for that one. Next one, so that's all I have for that game. Next game we're going to look at here, Detroit, Philadelphia. That's the Sunday night game, 8 o'clock game. Detroit, Philadelphia. This one here. Detroit, Philadelphia, we have here. Take a look at that now. This one opened up Philadelphia -1, total 47.5. Now we're seeing it at 46.5. So it dropped by about 1 point from 47.5 to 46.5. And then the spread went from -1. We're seeing it all the way to 2.5. We are starting to see some threes come up at some books, but it's mainly 2.5 right now for Philadelphia. Now we are going to take a look at the injury report for this game. No Klein played for this game, but I will give you my recommended play. Now on the Detroit side for the Lions, we see here Sam Laporta. He's on the IR with back issues, so he's the tight end for Detroit. He's out. Isaac Teslea, wide receiver for the Lions. He has an oblique, so he is questionable in this game. Pat O'Connor, defensive lineman, ankle is on the IR. Kirby Joseph, safety, knee is out Sunday at Philadelphia. Terrion Arnold, cornerback, has a concussion. He is out for this game at Philadelphia as well. Those are the notables that are for the Lions. Now we look at the Philadelphia side for the Eagles. So on the Philadelphia side, we see here Jerry Alexander out indefinitely with a knee injury. That's the cornerback. Cameron Jurgens, center, with a knee issue. He is going to be available for this game. He's going to play. Cameron Jurgens, so he's available. So now we're going to look where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll take a look at that right now. And we see here all the money's on the Lions. Yeah, most of the money's coming in on Detroit. And they like the under, the lines in the under in this game. So for me in this game, I'm going to take a look at boy, this is a tricky. I don't have a Klein play for this game, but the side, let me see something. I would take the Lions in the first half. I see Detroit +1.5. I like Detroit plus 1.5 in the first half at least. I would take Detroit in the first half. I think the Lions get off to a good start in the first half. Philadelphia is known to, in my opinion, they've known to in a few of their games this year to fall behind early, and then they have to come back and rally. Um, so I think in this game here, not all the Philadelphia games, but I noticed a few of them this season. They had fallen behind early in the first half, and then they have to rally back and stuff like that. I know it's improved over the last game or two, but I noticed that in their games this year so far, like I said. So that's why I like Detroit in the first half plus 1.5. I think they get off to a hot start, Detroit, and it's going to force Philadelphia. It's going to have to rally back and come back. So that's why I like the Lions in the first half plus 1.5. I like that one there. Now, as for the total, I don't have a plan on the total for this game. I just like the first half Detroit plus 1.5. So we're going to go to the player props in this game. We'll take a look at that now. Player props. Let's see here. A.J. Brown over 4.5 receptions is not a bad look. That's a pretty good one. I'd say that. I would say on the Detroit side, Jamison Williams over 3.5 receptions. That's a good one. Those are the main ones, I'd say. Jamison Williams, and then take A.J. Brown for the receptions. Those stand out to me in this one so far. Now for the receiving yards, I like Dallas Goedert over 37.5 receiving yards. That's a good one. I would also look at, for the Detroit side, I'd say Jamison Williams, 53.5 receiving yards. I like that one there. A.J. Brown's not a bad one, 61.5 receiving yards. That's not too bad. I would go with that. Amon St. Brown's not a bad one either. 77.5 receiving yards. I like that one there. That's another good one. So I like those ones there. Rushing yards, I'd say Jalen Hurts over 6.5 rush attempts is a good one. Jahmyr Gibbs over 13.5 rush attempts. I like that one there. I like David Montgomery over 10.5 rushing attempts. Now for the rushing yards, I would take Montgomery over 40.5 rushing yards. Gibbs over 60.5 rushing yards. That's all I would. Those are the notables I would take for this team. For this game, I should say. Yeah, that's how I would say for this game. So nothing else to add to this game. That's it. Those are my player props inside for the Detroit and Philadelphia. So that pretty much concludes the NFL Sunday Football Edition. My name's Abby. Thank you for joining me. We went through all the games, the slate of games, and you have everything for today, for your picks for today. Again, whether you fit or follow the recommended plays is up to you. Again, good luck to you guys. Let's have a profitable and winning day, a winning Sunday. Again, I'm number one in the NFL last 7 days, so you want to jump on board, take advantage of my picks and plays for the NFL. Again, good luck to you guys. Let's have a profitable and winning Sunday. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. Good luck. And don't forget to check out oddslogic.com in the description below. Abby Sports Picks. Take advantage of the of that tool. It's a very resourceful tool for all professional sports leagues. It will be in the description below, oddslogic.com. It's a real game changer. It makes a big difference. Again, stay true to yourself, stay blessed, stay humble, believe in yourself, and we'll see you for Monday Night Football. Until then, peace and out. Take it.